A very special guest with me now. Her name is Kathy. She's been a client of ours for a while. She's an occupational therapist and an owner of Neurotherapy Online, and she's been doing some amazing things with her business. So I really wanted to bring her in to share what it is that she's been up to. You know, she only pops in when she's got a quick question or two, but I'm really actually eager to hear how everything's been going as well. So I'd love to introduce you to the amazing Kathy. There she is. Hi, Kathy. She
Thank
made
you.
it. She made it. Kathy's been struggling with the
Yes, finally.
internet. Yeah, and we had a hard time with getting her in, and she finally was able to get in on her phone. So thank you so much for with all the technical issues and no internet right now, being able to join us on the phone. So Kathy, first off, can you sort of share with everybody, what it is that you do?
Okay. So, as you said, I'm an occupational therapist or OT, and I've spent most of my working career working with children and adults who have a brain injury, and they're helping them to use their hands and arms properly, well, as much as they can again. And then just before COVID started, I had planned to start an online business. And in some ways, that was such a blessing because I found you, Sally. And after some months of trying to do it myself, and yeah, that was just fantastic, just a blessing. Helped me to set everything up and get going.
Well, you're very modest, and we love that about you. And you're a quiet achiever here inside the Sparkle world. And I think you've won the Quiet Achiever Award a few times inside of the Sparkle world.
Uh,
You have. But honestly, like, I mean, when we met, I remember thinking, like, we talk about being niched, but you literally just teach people to, like, you're
yeah,
splinting arms, you're teaching splinting, and that's it. There are lots of things that you can
yeah,
do as an occupational therapist, but that's just the one area that you come. And I remember thinking, now I've
yes.
heard of niched, but this is really niched. and and I had a few doubts as well because I'd never worked with somebody so niched before. And but you ran with it, you implemented the processes. But tell me, before, like, you had the idea of running an online business. So what was business like before you sort of moved to the online space?
I had had my own private practice and my health wasn't great, and I was just getting really tired working with clients all day. But I have also, as part of my career, been teaching. So, what I thought was that I could do that online. But I really, changing from teaching face to face, doing stuff online, I just couldn't quite get how I was going to do it. And that's where you really helped me to figure out how to put it into a process and then how to interact online. I don't know if you remember, you said that we had to go live online. I'm not sure if you remember my first probably few weeks or months. I was just useless. I couldn't even, I would just get such an anxiety attack. I couldn't even get the words out. But yes, so business before I had started with you, I really hadn't got anything going. I had a few things in my head, but, and I didn't have, I had set up my Facebook page, didn't really have an idea of how I would write stuff and do stuff. And you said, okay, you have to go online, live. And so I thought, oh, okay, I'll do that. And I, when we put in place the, oh, I've lost my words. What do you call it when you put up the thing, your funnel to get people to join you? I got like 700 or 800 or something joining straight away. So that really helped me to get going.
You did amazing. So you said six to eight
So
hundred
really, I had
people.
no business on.
Yeah, and you got 600 to 800 people when we got
Yeah,
everything up and running.
yeah,
It was amazing. I remember you coming in for me to read your
yeah,
sexy numbers. And I mean, I want to go back
yes,
and find your original videos now. Did you do them inside of the elite group to practice?
yeah,
You did? Okay. Well, I'm
yeah,
totally going back because I always say never delete them. But so you put up that first funnel and, you turned it on and you've got 800 people in there. And I remember you came in with your sexy numbers and you're like, I don't think it's doing well.
yes.
I remember that so clearly. And then we ran your numbers and share what happened.
Oh, it was incredible. I can't remember how much I was spending, but you were going like, this is amazing. You're only spending, I can't remember, $1 to make five or something, or was it eight? It was a lot anyway. And I was going, oh, okay, right. So what I did first was I offered a 2 hour webinar kind of thing. And I think I got 40 people through the first one at $97. And then I did another one and I doubled the number of people. Then I did a 5-week casting workshop. So that was the beginning of last year. The other two at the end of 2020. 2021, I did 2 5-week courses. So the first one, I only got maybe about 12 people and I charged $497. So that was all right, but it wasn't great. But then the second one, I got 30 people. And so anyway, I made about 16,000, which was just incredible. So I'd gone, in less than a year, I guess. I mean, I'm not consistent yet, but I've had these great starts. So I just have to get that really consistent, which is the next thing we're working on.
Yeah, that's right. Because you've already proven the model now. And I mean, your first launch, I mean, even that very first one,
Yeah.
you made $5,000 and you only spent a few $100s to get those people. And I remember being like,
Yeah.
can I invest in you? Because your value versus what you were paying per lead was just crazy. And then the next time round you hit 5 figures and doubled the amount of people that you had come in. And then, like you said, the last one was only a few, but it was a whole new program that you launched. And then you just redid it again and you made $16,000. And I remember you popped in and you're like, oh, and you're such a modest, you just don't tell. And like, I would have been in going, oh my God, look what just happened. But this is the thing is, like we always talk about, is you build it and then you just keep doing the same thing over and over again. And for you now, it's just that consistency that we're working on together, right? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Just being able to do that every month. And yes, because at the moment, sort of what I'm doing is I go and, I put all my energy into it and then I'm exhausted. So I'm not keeping consistent. But yes, that's what as you say, I know that I can do it now. And so it's just a matter of redoing it.
Yeah, and you've already got a lot of the foundational tech and everything built now. It's just a matter of really just duplicating it and changing out a few dates and all of that now. And that's definitely that's one of our next coaching sessions is now let's really start to scale this because like the amount of people that you get through and the fact that you're straight to paid program, there are some people like. And we do teach, running a free training and get them into a paid event or into a paid program. But you're also just going straight to paid. And
yes, that's what's so amazing. Go on.
Oh yeah, I was just going to say it is. It's amazing that and these people don't really. I mean, how much do they know you to be able to get from that? not knowing you to purchasing your product, how long are they on your list before then?
I get lots of them just through the Facebook ads. And I did what you suggested right in the beginning as well, which was go onto different Facebook groups. And I know that you can't sell things on there, but a lot of them have, on this day you can advertise your course or whatever it is. So on those days, I advertise my course. And I also just like how I got to know you really was you went on a group that I was in and said, I asked a question and you answered. And then I thought, oh, this person seems to know what she's talking about because I was floundering. And then that's how I got onto you. So that is a really good model to it does take a bit of time, I think, and probably once you're well known enough, you don't need to do that. But that's how I've got a lot of the people as well, just by going on the different Facebook groups and saying, helping them with a problem and then saying, private message me or go and look here. And that's been accepted within the Facebook groups.
Yeah, and that's what we're always teaching about, that give, give, give. And I mean, I've just got
Yeah.
to say something once and you're just off doing it. And the next thing you show up inside of the Voz and with all of these like testimonials and all of the amazing things you do, you just take it and run and then we don't hear from you and then you pop back in and all these amazing things have happened. I mean, you're the perfect client. Like, you just listen and do. And even though, like you were saying, you were terrified of going live, you just did it anyway. And, how to get online, and you just did it anyway. And I talked about, go in and give value in groups and get them into the DMs. And I talk about that constantly. And you just did it. And honestly, lady, you make me so proud to just with everything that you've done and the fear of tech and all the things when you first started. You did some of the 3-day boot camps with us as well, didn't you? I think. Yeah. So remember so tell us a little bit about those. Like, we call them the GSD boot camps now, which means get shit done boot camps. So back then I think it was called the list building machine boot camps, but of course we do lots of different 3-day events. Tell us a little bit about your experience from somebody who didn't know a lot about the tech side and what the boot camps were like for you.
Yeah, that was absolutely fantastic for me. Just before, when I was going, oh, my words are leaving me and I forgot, that's what I meant, the list building workshop that I did. So basically in 3 days, I got up my freebie because you helped us go through it. You gave us a template. We could change the wording. You showed us the landing pages, how to set them up. So within those 3 days, we all got, well, I guess most of us got the freebie, the landing pages, the kind of the funnel on how to phone people and get them into a meeting. And then from there, so that's when I got the sort of 700-800 people. And then from there was when I went on to selling them my first product. People weren't so keen to get onto a phone call with me. I found that that people haven't been that keen to do that. I'm not really sure why, but as soon as I offer something for sale, then they will get on to me. I've still got my, how you say, have a free chat or something like that. That's when people get on to me and they ask, do you think I will be suitable for this, or that will be suitable for me, and how will I fit it in? And that's the other thing. I realized that people weren't getting on the phone to me, but that they were doing that. And so what I've done is also, I forgot to say this before, I've set up a 1-year mentoring program. And I've got 12 people in that, I think. So that's so last year I got sort of 8, and this year I've got 4, and I hope to get more. But I usually get more of those after I've sold an online product where I'm talking to people, and then they will contact me and come and join. So that I've put up to, the first one I did, I sold for 998 for the first group of people for a year, and now I'm up to 2,500 for 18 months.
That is,
so that's really, really exciting.
oh my goodness, honey, you're doing amazing, because we teach that, start with your smaller offer and then put them into a continuity program, or that, and that it works good because they get through that training and then they're like, well, then what? Now they want to work with you long term in a mentorship style program. They've got to experience you for a little while. And now look at you. What did you say? Like 12 people at 2,500?
Yeah. So that's really, really exciting.
Yeah, I'm running the math now. 12 people, 2.5. It's like $30,000. And imagine, as we continue to optimize this, and you run another workshop and add more people to that program, and another workshop and add more people to that program. See, that's that snowball effect now, right?
Yeah.
So
that's why I have been a bit slow to come in and the voice lately, because I find when I'm trying to do something, that's all I can concentrate on. But I've been trying to get, in the beginning of this year, more people into that mentorship program. So that's what I've been doing, and now I'm ready to go on to the next live program. So
yeah.
That's where I'm at.
I know. I'm so looking forward to, it's been a little bit of a gap between our sessions, but please reach out to Kat and let's book in like 2 hours to like go through, because we've been talking about mapping out, because we need to do that again. You're at that stage where we really need to like take everything that worked, run the numbers, see which ones have been the most successful, and then literally it's just 2 things that we turn on and off. Run a live event, sell them to membership, run a live event, sell them to membership, and do the same live event. Get that one humming. And that way it's less stressful for you, because you're just regurgitating the same stuff. And then eventually, you can add the extras, or the way you're going, lady, you'll be able to bring people on board who, can help teach for you, but it's still your program, right?
Yeah. I will be able to, and that will be, I'm desperate to get, because I haven't been consistent. I haven't been able to get like somebody like Kat to help me, but and like your staff, but I really need people like that. So once I'm a bit more consistent, I'm really looking forward to.
Well, a lot of my team came from students, Jackie was a student, Kat was a student, and Anne-Marie, we've got a podcaster coming on board. She was a student, or still is actually going through the program now. So that's the thing, right? We're gonna keep an eye out for those people, because you're teaching them the thing, and then they can teach them as well, find those standouts, and then you get to sit back and sell the model, and then just pay them to turn up and teach. So, we've got a long way to go with you, lady. You ended up loving the program so much. How long did you sign up for?
I signed up for 3 years, and I've had to hide it from my husband.
I love it. It is amazing. You're an action taker. We know the processes work, and you're testament to that. So, oh my goodness. When your internet's working a little bit better, we're going to have to get in and get one where we didn't have, literally guys, we were putting Kathy on a pillow. She's got her phone propped up on all sorts of things, and like she dropped the phone, and I'm like, "Ow, you've dropped me." But to do like a longer interview, because your story is, like a lot of our other clients, is that success of taking that action and committing to that thing, and The riches are in the niches, and you're definitely a testament to that for sure.
Yeah, yeah. But I really think that one of the things that I've really got from you as well is that I know that you started off with quite different clients, but you just have this amazing ability to understand what somebody's, to get on board really quickly about what somebody's talking about, and to really help to pick out the nuggets, because that hadn't happened to me before. I was still really floundering about what to pick out and how to get it up and running. So it wasn't just, it's not just the process and the tech that you helped me with, but very much under. I mean, I know you're saying you were going, oh my goodness, what you're talking about is so niche, but really helped me to, you asked me questions that helped me to figure out how I was going to do it, which was so important for me.
Oh, oh, you're the reason, like, people like you in our community are the reason why I get out of bed in the morning. You know, and honest, I'm not paying her; she's paying me, and she's saying all these amazing things. But oh, thank you so much for taking the time, and you're absolutely amazing, lady. So for anyone who's thinking, like, we've opened the doors again, like, we've renamed the program, but it's the same stuff. We've just, like, prettier cameras and lighting and all the things now. I think some of my old lessons were in my garage with all the, you know, not so nice backdrops and things. But to anyone thinking about joining the Freedom Funnel Academy, what would you say to them if they're on the fence right now?
Oh, I would say absolutely do it. I think there are, you know, kind of when we started a couple of years ago, it was just these kind of things were just getting up, weren't there? And now there are so many of them, and it's kind of a bit difficult maybe for people to choose who to go with. But I'd absolutely say that the way that you run your program is really, really helpful. It's practical. It cuts through the anxiety of all those different platforms. Should I choose this platform? Should I choose that platform? And when you're just starting out, that is so overwhelming. It's really nice to just get some platforms that really work together and how to fit them together. And if people decide later that they want to go on with different platforms and stuff, that's okay, I think. But at the beginning, it's really nice to have it laid out and to get the words and the templates and everything. Yeah, I think it's fantastic. I would say go for it.
Thank you. And then people will get to meet you in the Voz. I mean, that's the one, my one claim to fame is the Voz. I mean, what like about the Voz? It's hard to explain to people what the Voz is until they experience it. What would you sort of tell people about the Voz?
I mean, I know I've said I like a lot of things, and I don't come into the Voz very often, but that's because of me, my anxiety, not because of what it is, but actually that is one of the most wonderful benefits of your program, because in another program I was in before, it was always just group stuff. And so you'd be on the phone or in a Facebook meeting with, you know, I don't know, 200 people, and you wouldn't be able to, I didn't feel confident to ask any questions because I felt, and there's always people in a group who are more confident and speak up more, so they get all the airtime. But the fantastic thing about the Voz is that I can come in there. I know that there will be you, Kat, as you've said, some of the other people who are going through the course, and I don't feel so embarrassed about asking a question. Um, I always know that you're going to be there and you've got my back, literally. And you've said, you know, if you're going to lose money, just come in and ask me anything. And that gives me so much confidence. I know that if I get in a pickle, that you will be there and you will help me.
Well, it's an absolute pleasure, and following your journey, seriously, yeah, it lights me up inside to be able to see what you're achieving, and to be a small part of that is honestly, I feel grateful to be able to watch what you've developed, and I mean, you've put in the hard work. Like, yeah, sure, I've given you the templates, but you've put in the hard work. You've done, the pounding the pavement of the Facebook groups and talking to people, and I know that that stuff does scare you. Like, you get in bigger groups, and like we do, we've crowned you the quiet achiever because you're very quiet, but you're very much like Kat, where she doesn't talk a lot, but she takes everything in,
Yeah.
and then she just does it. And you're very, very much like her. And hats off to you, love. You're just doing amazing. Oh, I've got goosebumps all over. You're doing such amazing things. So thank you for taking the time with all the crazy no internet and the phone issues, and sitting on a pillow and propping your phone up on who knows what to get in here. We're not framed beautifully, but you know what? Your message and your story of showing people what's possible is truly inspirational. So thank you so much, Kathy.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, Sally.
You're welcome. All right, guys. Well, there we go. That's Kathy. I had to share it with you because, so often we think to ourselves that it isn't, maybe people won't buy my thing, or maybe the tech confuses you, or all of the things that keep coming up, and hearing somebody like who really doesn't like to go live, who doesn't like big groups and crowds, has been able to still create her own little like mini sparkle world, right? With her lifers, her people, and she hasn't given up, and now she's just got $30,000 worth of revenue from a membership program that she just started, and it was just through following the steps. So look, guys, if anyone's interested in finding out more about the Freedom Funnel Academy, we're relaunching, and you're more than welcome to reach out to myself and my team, and we can send you some information about it. But and then you'll get to come in the room and hang out in the vols with Kathy. But oh my goodness, this is why I do what I do, and live paid workshops, and we've been talking about this all day. Picking that one thing and dialing it in, and then we do teach to move into continuity programs, membership style programs, after they've paid you for a bit of time, and then they want some more. And just like you might end up with a client like Kathy that's like, I'm staying for 3 years, and now she's paid for 3 years to stay inside of our program, and we literally just teach you what we do and help you model exactly what has helped us get there. And anyway, guys, I better go and quickly, my husband made me the most beautiful dinner. I'm going to go inside and thank him. I had that dinner before coming live with Kathy. But I might share a photo later. Oh my God, it was divine. It was like this chicken and pesto and beans, and oh, it was so good. I better go and thank him for the amazing dinner before I've got to go live at the top of the next hour. But any takeaways, any questions, drop them below. I'm loving reading all the comments. We've got emails coming in and DMs coming in. I feel like I need to do like a Q&A session really soon. And the live session that we lost the sound with in the last one, read the post-it notes, okay? They're going to give you the answer to the treasure hunt. Just read the post-it notes. It'll give you answers. All right, I'll see you at the top of the next hour, guys. I hope you're enjoying this crazy March Madness marathon. Never let anyone dull your sparkle. See you soon.